2 things in 5 minutes, but I promise they're short. In between larger projects, I've been writing a lot of shorter stuff and sometimes angrier or more demonic stuff, so I thought that would be fun to bring this evening. So for the amuse-bouche, I participated in a 100-word story challenge recently, and that's what this is. It's called "You Look So Much Prettier When You Smile." She's on her way to a meeting, running late, walking a little faster than usual. Big things on the agenda today, fate of the world serious. She's a powerful woman. Hey, baby. The man leans lankily against a bus sign. He reeks of cliché. She doesn't walk any faster or any slower, just keeps walking. You'd be a lot prettier if you smiled, he says, louder, leaning out to take up more of the sidewalk as she approaches. She passes him. Can't even smile at me, bitch, he snarls. She stops, looks over her shoulder, smiles at him. He bursts into flames. And this is a slice from the middle of a short story called Shade Mädel. In Yiddish, Mädel means girl or maiden, and shade means demon. The only first part that you need to know is this is maybe in the 100 years past, maybe in the 100 years future, very religious Jewish family forcing their daughter to marry someone she does not want to marry. You look quite beautiful, Yona says, and the hunger is flickering in his eyes again. His lips hang slightly open, parted enough that I can see his tongue when he stops speaking. He is thinking of our wedding night, mere hours away now, and the thought is sending lust surging through him. A wave of nausea rolls through me at the same thought. His pleasure will be my pain. Thank you, I say, looking down, not out of modesty, but simply in order to hide my disgust. More than disgust, my fear. He leans in closer to me. I cannot resist you, he whispers, and my stomach curdles. No one will hear us over the sound of the storm. Where is my mother? Where is my father? After so many years of guarding my purity, why are they allowing this man into our home? I suppose that with less than a half day standing between them and the long-awaited abdication of their duty to supervise me, they've already resigned from their posts. We are not yet wed, I whisper through gritted teeth. What's a few hours? He asks with a ravenous grin. He begins shouldering his way into my room. I am not a small woman, and for that I am grateful. I am slight but strong and exactly as tall as Yona Lazar. I hold my ground, which means allowing him to rub his arm against mine, something our society forbids before marriage, something I wish he would adhere to for the last few moments while I'm at least somewhat protected. But I do prevent him from entering my bedroom. Ich bin a Freigat, I tell him. I am a woman of God. I will myself not cry, jutting my chin up high as I can, claiming every inch of height, every bit of space I can take up. We are not yet married, and he takes a step back, lifting his hands. The gesture in his upturned lips suggest amusement, but his eyes snap fury. We will be soon, he says. And then, Freudengat or not, you will certainly be mine. When he leaves, I close the door and press myself heavily against it, trembling so hard that I fear I will rattle the walls of the whole house. I would do anything to never have him touch me again, to never have to see him again, to escape this life, to go anywhere else. Ich will ton etwas, I whisper over and over again. I would do anything. Ich will ton etwas, ich will ton etwas, ich will ton etwas. Anything? I scramble to my feet, scraping at the door and nearly tripping over the swaths of lace constricting my movement. Standing there in the middle of my small room where no one had been moments earlier is a woman. She is my height, my build, but looks nothing like me. Her hair is as thin as mine is thick. Although bone thin, she is large-breasted, although can claim no other curves. Her eyes are light, an icy cold blue. They are locked on my own startled brown ones. This second unexpected guest of the night nearly makes me scream. As if reading my mind, she holds aloft an elegant finger and makes a little clucking sound. Your parents will not hear you if you cry out. And even if they did, would they come for you? Have they ever saved or sheltered you from what you fear most? Have they ever helped you move closer to the things you truly want? I stare at her. Who are you? How did you get inside? I only go where I am invited, she says. And when she smiles, I am both repelled and attracted to her. She radiates confidence and control right down to her flawlessly aligned white teeth, lined up like rows of small regimented soldiers. "What do you want?" she repeats, and her mockery of me sounds shockingly like my voice. Ah, Miriam, I do like the questions you ask. Who are you? What do you want? Haunting inquiries. She cocks her head, her eyes searching mine. My room is quite dark. The storm outside is still rumbling. I cannot see the finer details of this woman. Another peal of thunder shakes the house, and lightning briefly illuminates the room. In that instant, I can see through the woman, right through her, to my plain pine bed flush against the wall. "Shade," I whisper, heart twisting in my chest. "Demon." She smiles, seen. "I have a name, you know," she murmurs. "Ha'el, a pleasure." Thank you.